Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third try on how to install and upload R6S characters or operators into VRChat. My audio is now working for my first video, which is what it should be doing. So let me make sure that the live stream is going good. Looks like it's going fine. Audio is obviously working. So what we're going to do is I'm basically going to do audio finally for everything that I did. And since I've been away from adding in characters, they added Lion and Finka. I think I'm going to do Lion for this one because I actually really like his ability. Obviously, you're like, "Oh, it's wall hacks, that's why you like it." No, I just think it's kind of a cool thing. Apparently someone added in the IQ Elite skin. Will not be doing that, but I'm just kind of looking through what they got, see if they changed anything else. But it looks like Lion and Finker are the newest, so we're gonna go for Lion. Links are in the description for each of these websites. This is the P3DM .ru website, which has all the character models and basically just all the models that you're gonna need. So basically, you're gonna come here. You're going to click on this right here. I have no idea what it says. I'm not Russian. I've never studied Russian. And then you're going to wait 13, 14, I think it's 15 seconds from start. And we are going to wait for that to give us the download link, which will take you to I believe, Dropbox or Mediafire. Oh, this is different. It's Mega this time. So we're going to download that. It's going to be a RAR. Make sure that you have your RAR file loader or whatever updated, because I've had files that people have given me that were quote unquote broken or unreadable because I didn't have an updated version. I've had this version of RAR since I got my computer, which was like 2014. So, and don't worry, I've upgraded my computer, upgraded blah blah blah. So it's not like it's been like that forever. So it is completed. We have it here. I have a VRChat folder for everything I do VRChat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag this into the folder. It's going to download it. It's going to pop up at the bottom. So what you're going to need for the next several parts is you're going to need Unity. Unity is what we're going to be doing all our editing, throwing the character into the actual game. You're going to need Unity, and I think it's Unity 5.6.3 P1. And I don't know exactly where you get that specific one, but I'm pretty sure if you go into VRChat, their website, you can download it straight from there. Make an account here. So here's the VRChat website. This is what it'll come up to when you first load in. It'll have you log in, and I'm going to bring it over here to log in. And I know my desktop is super freaking messy, so just don't worry about that. Yep, there it is. Okay, so it's going to bring you here, and don't worry about that. But basically, over here it says download in Unity or download SDK. You're going to need to download the SDK and Unity. This Unity will bring you to the 5 point whatever Unity that you're going to need. And this is the SDK that you're going to need to upload your character, so on and so forth. So now that we've gone over what you're going to need for the Unity, I would also recommend grabbing Blender for certain models. You're going to need Blender to work on them. None of the R6S models need them. But next you're going to need is Mixamo. Mixamo does all the mapping and stuff for you. So like your character, it'll do bones and all sorts of stuff. So, oh, nope, I didn't mean to sign up. So you're going to need an Adobe account for this, because this is made by Adobe. I'm going to bring this over here. Whoops. Perfect. Now it's loading in. So, as you can tell, let me actually get the lion over here. Come on. Doesn't want to move. There we go. So, last person I did was obviously IQ. We're going to click Upload Character over here. Then you'll see that there's a drop file or a drop box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the OBJ from that folder that we downloaded. And just drag and drop into the box. Excuse me. Still recovering from a bit of a cold I've had for quite a while now. Let's see. How's the stream going? While we're waiting. No one's really watching at the moment. That's fine, because this is more of a video than a live stream. So, one thing that I do and don't like about certain characters is one thing I do like about this character is that there's lots of room between the arms and gadgets and stuff. You want it to be like that because if you don't have gaps, it will end up pulling, like when you move your arms up with the controllers, it will end up pulling off or basically stretching out gear and stuff that you have on your side. So, which is obviously no good. We're gonna do the wrists. Wrists are kind of weird and for trying to placement. So I usually put it right here on the screen. So now we're gonna do elbows. Make sure you got elbows correct here. We're gonna do it right about there. We're gonna do knees. Then you're gonna do the groin. So I'm gonna guess groin is right about there. And then we're gonna do next. Now it's gonna do the auto rigging. It's gonna do the bone structure for where the arms are, where the head is, and where it's going to be bending at. The chin part is obviously to figure out where it's going to move from the chin. I have full body tracking, so these characters do work with full body tracking once you do them correctly. And just to add them in is so simple. While we're waiting, I'll go over a few things. If you want to de-res the character so they are able to actually be in the game without having to do any weird modding or working with code, I would recommend going to Mesh Online or mesh-online.net. There's a link in the description for it. You go to Download, click on Download, and then you click on this. This will download it for you. So you're going to download that, and you're going to put it in your VR chat file folder or whatever. Okay, so he's in. Right now, it doesn't look like there's that much of stretching, but there is a pouch under there, under his arm, which is going to be a little bit frustrating. We're going to click Next, and we're going to see how much that stretches. Because usually, if a character stretches too much, I don't end up usually including them. Seems like that's a pretty small pouch, but it doesn't seem to be moving faster than it usually does. So once he's done, I usually do like an animation, make sure it's not. Yeah, it's stretching pretty bad, but if you keep your arms down for most of this stuff, you'll be fine. As you can tell, everything moves on the character when they're moving around, which is weird to say the least, but that's how it has to happen. So we'll get rid of that. So he's back at his slanted T-pose kind of look. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to click Download. You're going to have them in T-pose and FBX. You're going to download it. Bring back up your VR chat folder. So when it's done downloading, you can just throw the folder back into, or the FBX, excuse me, into the folder with your old OBJ. Once you've done that, you're going to basically click out of this, and you're going to get to see my messy desktop in 3, 2, 1. You're going to click on Unity. I know, and it's like, how does this guy even go through all this stuff and know what's there? Well, sometimes I don't. So, as you can tell, I'm a Blitz main. This is kind of my thing. Gonna go to Unity. Gonna click New. You're gonna go and rename it to whatever. I'm just gonna do Lion. Lion. You're gonna create the project. Now it's gonna bring everything that Unity automatically brings in. And while I'm waiting for this to create itself, I am going back into VR chat and making sure I have everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how the Mantis Lod editor works, but I'm not going to use it because I want this to be a really high resolution model. So basically what we're going to do, and you guys can go and find other YouTube videos. I was told that I should not show how to do it without like making them really good and not having to take away polys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag and drop the folder, the Lion folder, into the assets section, and it's gonna upload and bring it in. So with the download that you did for um, the VR SDK, you're going to grab the Unity piece or Unity file that you get. You're going to drag and drop it in here. And there's going to be a little thing up here that says import Unity package. You're going to click import. Once it's imported, you're basically good to go on that. And what we're going to do after that's all imported, it takes a little while, sorry, but trying to keep this video shorter because when I did the derezzing or taking away polys, it takes a good maybe hour or so to even get it to be perfect, like dead on. Usually these models are like 50,000 polys or something, and you need to get it down below 20,000. So we're just waiting on the Unity SDK or the VR Chat SDK to download itself and put its packages and stuff in, which usually takes a little while because there's a lot that goes into it. Can't really do too much while we're waiting. All I can do is message. Let's see here. Sorry, it's quiet. Last time I tried to do a video like this and I wanted music in the background, I clicked on non-copyrighted music and YouTube slapped me upside the head and say, "Hey, this is copyrighted music." I used royalty-free music and they said, "Hey, this music could be possibly copyrighted," and so they put a copyright claim on my video. So I can't use music anymore. I've learned my lesson from that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this VR Chat SDK right here. You're gonna go to Settings, and you're gonna log in with your account. I'm not gonna log in. Obviously, I'm already logged in. Once you log in once, it'll always log in. So I'm gonna click off of that. I'm gonna go back up to VR Chat SDK. You're gonna click Show Build Control Panel. Right now, it has nothing in it, so it says please add scene or the avatar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold the VR chat thing. You're going to come down here and I'm going to drop it right next to animation. So we're going to go to project. We're going to go to VR, or no, we're not going to go to VR. We're going to go to the model file or folder. And we're going to take the CHR Lion he's in the T pose, you can tell. So you're going to want to drop him in. And I'm going to go do a little checky-roo on the stretch. Yeah, stretch isn't very fun on a lot of these characters. So, anyways, once you've got the T-pose character in, they're usually going to be already to size, so you don't have to worry about resizing them and so on and so forth. But if you wanted to resize them for whatever reason, you can go to VR SDK, go to Examples, go to Scenes, and go to Example A. Example A will bring you or give you a character that you can basically scale the person to. So we're going to go Lion. we're going to go to Inspector, go to Select, then you're going to go to from Generic to Humanoid, click Configure, click Save, then you're going to do ALION or whatever you want. You can click Save, you're going to click Apply. Now it's going to bring you to this, and this looks really complicated, but trust me, it really isn't. You're going to go to Upper Chest, you're going to click on it, you're going to click the Delete key, get rid of that. Then you're going to go to Chest, you're going to go to Spine 2 and click Enter. Once Spine 2 is in, you're good. So you're going to come down to Toes, you're going to delete both of the toes because you don't need them. You're going to click Apply, then you're going to click Done. Ta-da. So that part, the bone structure, is done. Very simple. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click back on the line, and click on line, and then you're going to go to Add Component. I'd recommend typing in VRC because it'll bring up all the VR chat stuff you're going to need. You're going to click on VR chat descriptor. Click on that. Now you've got this. You're also going to see this little ball. You're going to think, oh, this is just something wrong with the character, isn't it? Nope. What it is it's basically a little dot that registers where your head is moving or where your head or the screen is going to be showing off. So what I'm going to do, since Lion has a face mask, is I'm going to go ahead and make the mask piece, like the clear part. He has a file for textures, so there's probably a glass texture in here somewhere. Usually they'll have a glass texture. If they don't, that's fine. Whatever. Don't really worry about it too much, but kind of want to figure out, make sure that we do have a texture. Like I said, if you don't worry about it. You can make a texture yourself. So I'm going to go to here, scroll down, click Create. Looks like we also downloaded a Mixamo.com animation somehow. I don't know how, but we did. We're going to click on, let's see here, material, create material. And then what I like to do is I like to, when I color it in, I usually turn it black. So you can see where it's going to go. You can click on the character. Make sure it's right on the face mask part. Click on the material. What we're going to do is we're going to make transparent. So you can see that it kind of went through a little bit, which is perfect. You can see through it at least. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back in here, and you see this slider, the A slider. You're going to just slowly slide it back so you can see through it. And once you feel comfortable with what it's at, which I'm going to do a little bit more to it here, because I want it to look like glass, but I don't want it to be not visible, if you know what I mean. So once it's like it's looking pretty good, you got the glass and everything. What I like to do is I click on the glass, and then I will hide it. It's object 01, so I won't have to worry too much about where it is, because I know it's the object that I got rid of. Now you're going to click back on CHR Lion. So now this is where, oh goodness, we got to move the dot. And you'll see why I got rid of the glass. So you're going to want to mess with these settings over here, kind of figure out where their eyes are. Most of the R6 characters are about 1.71 where their eyesight is. And then I'll back it up to around 0.06. 5 is probably best because you want your eyes to be placed where their eyes are. So 4 is perfect. Okay, we'll use 4. So that's where their eyes are going to be, and that's where your eyes are going to be closest to. If for some reason the screen molds with your character's actual face mask or whatever, move the dot forward until it works perfectly. So now that that is done, we can do the texturing. Texturing is the weird part, yet the fun part. So you're going to go to Textures, and what I like to do is I like to bring up the folder, so Lion, and then you go to Textures, and then you can load the textures and figure out what they are, or you can just look at it. So like this is arms, but what we're going to do is this is the blacked out version of Lion, so we're not going to really worry about that. We're just going to bring in, keep the original. So kind of look at what it says, like Lion gear, um, gadget screen. I didn't even know the screen had like its own texture, which is kind of cool. That means like if you wanted to, you could create like the actual screen itself and then like import it onto it. So now we're going to, like, you could take this and edit it basically. Now we're going to go ahead and go through the different things. So this texture right here, where is it on the list? The name is arms, so we're going to click on the arms, and then we're going to drag and drop. As you can tell, it doesn't look very bright. It looks kind of meh to a point. So what you're going to do is you're going to click down on here, and you're going to see this thing called Detail Alido or something ×2, and then you're going to click and drag the same file over on top of it. Now, as you can tell, it's really bright. And what you can do is, I'm pretty sure we can knock down the like how bright it is, because it is obviously very, very, very bright. Smoothness. I'll let that go back to whatever it was. Kind of wanna figure out where. I've never been able to figure out how I want. Let's see, that doesn't do anything. That's normal normal mapping. Shader, render queue. Okay, well, other than that, we'll just leave it with bright. It's obviously really, really bright now. Or we can click back. Oh, maybe not. Delete that. See where that is. That's still in its place. Perfect. So we'll just leave that off for now. Obviously, it's not as bright yellow as it should be, but that's how you do texturing for it. So now we got to do the chest piece and guns and stuff. This is the backpack. So what we'll do is we'll come around to the backpack. There we go. This is the backpack. Yep. We're going to click and drag. Perfect. Now that did the chest plate as well. So now we can do like straps. I'm pretty sure this is gear. So his straps, his gadget. Oh, so this is for his wrist mounted gadget. Oh, that's really interesting actually, that they made it its own full separate gadget. You know what? We'll do the I don't even know what you want to call them. The symbols or patches. So basically drag and drop patches. Super simple. These are also symbols, so make sure you just drag and drop them on. Let's see if we can find buckles. This is the mask. Here's the legs. We're going to click on the legs. You got to make sure that you click on the item that you want to drag and drop onto. Perfect. Leg is good. And I'm thinking, since he has that pistol, I won't give him the revolver. I don't know if that's a separate. No, it's not a separate one. Which kind of sucks because I'd love to drag and drop that model into excuse me, Blender and then just steal it, but I can't do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, that is gadgets, I believe, so we're going to want to click on, or not gadgets, but gear. It's gear. Let's click on that. Gear. Nope. That must be this one. Nope, that's lion straps. Okay, so then we'll do straps. So we're going to click on that. Drag and drop straps. There we go. All the straps are dragged and dropped. Perfect, perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and look for the other gear models. I think this is it right here. Click on this, drag and drop. Perfect. That just added all the specific models for the gun, for the magazines. Now we just need to do pouches, which is gear probably. Yep, perfect. Obviously he's got his medical equipment. Got everything. This in itself, that's weird. Let's see here. Perfect. Now we just need to work on his head and his gadget. So we'll work on his head first. So his face, you're going to want to grab this, obviously, and drag and drop onto his face. Looks like there's some texturing issues on his face. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the first eye, which is weird, I know. Oh, apparently he only has one set of eyes. So a lot of the models that I work with have like two sets for some weird reason. We're going to drag and drop second into that. I don't know if this is his mask as well. Oh, it is his mask. And it's his entire face. What the heck is going on with his face? Maybe there's a second model for his face. Give me a second. Nope. Where? Okay, that's not good. His face's textures don't seem to be liked very much. So that's fantastic. Gotta worry about that now. So let's just do his eyes. Obviously this is just a tutorial for you guys, but I'm gonna click and drag the eye part onto his eyes. Obviously it looks basically kind of dead inside, to be honest. But we'll do his now his head or his mask, which was down here. Click and drag. Singular strap on top of his head. Oh. I guess it's that's a part of his head. So I'm gonna try something. Oops, nope. Is that. We're gonna try because what's really weird about it is that I don't get why these textures in general are like being really, really weird. I wonder if there is a extra. Oh, let's drag and drop this. Let's see if that helps. Ah, like little patches, kind of. That's kind of funny, actually. Let's get rid of the. I think this is actually not supposed to be there now that I think about it. So let's go ahead. So those are the eyes. That's fine. Because that's really weird. Yeah, lion mask. But his face does not want to work properly. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, and let's go to comp. Use that instead. So let's drag and drop. Oh, maybe not. That's weird. Straps, materials. Okay, well, he looks like crap right now, but maybe there's like maybe I can drag and drop the material that I have for textures. Drag and drop it onto like little squares. Okay, that kind of patched him up. That kind of did a little patch job. So we'll just leave him at that. He looks fine, I guess. It's gonna be really weird when he's actually in game, but whatever. He looks fine. He looks dead inside, but that's about it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click Object 1. We're going to re-add the actual face mask piece itself so we can not die from toxins. So now we have the actual gadget itself. We're just going to drag and drop the files or the textures for that. And then we're going to do the screen, which has nothing on it, sadly. Or we could take the blue one because it's blue and add that on there. Yeah, that will work. Work for me at least. Usually it has some like really random stuff on it, so yeah, that kind of works. Like, what if we do this one? Yeah, there we go. Make it look like there's actually buttons and stuff on it. Perfect. I can deal with that. I like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do the whole derez kind of thing. So first of all, you're going to get a file called, let's see, Mantis LODE editor, or LOD editor. You're going to drag and drop that in. Super simple. There you go. Mantis LOD editor. So now you're going to click on lion or whatever body part like mesh. So I'm going to do the arms just to kind of show you guys how it works. So you're going to go up to, I think it was component. No, there it is. Window. Go to Mantis LOD editor, component editor, and the editor online. You're going to click upload mesh. It's going to upload it and it'll say upload success. What you're going to do is you're going to basically take this, you're going to drag it until you feel like you're comfortable with how many it is. So watch those fingers too. You don't want them to look too polygonal. But I'm just going to get rid of this because, like I said, I'm just going to give him as a regular. Why doesn't this not want to delete? Delete. Delete, delete, delete. Remove component. There we go. Okay. But that's basically how you derez the character. So I'm going to bring this over here. You get to look at my nasty, unorganized wallpaper. So let me go here. Wish I could give you guys audio. That'd be good. Also, you can check to see where, let's see if I can do this. Yeet. So you can check to see how many polygons the character is right here, making sure you can see it says at least 10,000. Should have less than, it must be less than 20 and should have less than 10K. But 20 is the limit, the max limit, technically. Oh, get out of here, Visual Studio. I don't need you. No, get out of here. So this part usually takes a little while for me. It only takes a few seconds with the stuff actually loads, but yes, I want to exit. Thank you. It takes a few seconds once it actually loads in, but it takes forever to actually go to the file that I need to go to. Let's see how the live stream's doing. Has anybody commented? I doubt it. Oh, hello, Russian person. It is nice to meet you. I didn't see your comment there. I'm very sorry. Okay, we're running on 34 minutes, which is actually not bad because most of the videos were about an hour and 34 minutes. Or something like that. Oh, we're still waiting on the file to actually upload properly. Maybe I can do some organization while I'm here. Because usually, like, I used to have a file on here that said, like, everything, and yeah, just slam everything into it. I do have a file in here called games, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. I'll worry about it later. So, as we're waiting for this file to load, which should be close to done here. Drag it over here. It's kind of weird not putting this into the actual tutorial, but I was told that I shouldn't make a video on doing it because probably everyone should know how to do what I'm doing right now. Save. Perfect, perfect. Click out. Now I should be good to do what I need to do. Click and drag. There we go. VR chat. Or click down here. Now it is. Basically what I did is I bypassed the limit on polygons. So everything is basically ready for this character. He's ready to get thrown in, other than a few straps missing here and there, which we'll actually go ahead and do real quick. Textures. Let me go find, are these the straps? Yes, these are the straps. Now we got to click on here, strap, and then that is a flag. There we go. Looks like he is now ready to go in. I think I think he's good. I think he's ready to go. I don't see any blank white spots on him, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to build and publish, and I'll make him public for y'all. I don't know if there's a specific place that you have to go to like download him or whatnot for VR chat, but I'm going to make him public just for you guys if you want to download him somewhere, wherever that is. I'm just going to name him Lion. But this also takes a little while. So basically it's taking the character and it's like, okay, we're rendering out everything around him, what he looks like, what he's doing, all sorts of stuff like that. Once it's gotten him, we'll go ahead and name him. There we go. Pops up, so it's name, or you can do his name, Loin. And then if your content for whatever reason has nudity, sexuality, blood, a bunch of blood and gore, realistic violence, or not safe for work stuff, then click on these. So description, Loin. That's all I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna make them public, and then upload the information. Make sure the information is accurate. Blah blah. Upload. I think the idea with the content warning part is that it won't it won't work in a public server. It only works in like friends only or private servers. So now we're just going to wait for the file to upload, and then we'll launch VRChat. We're not going to do it in VR like I did last time with the gun, because, well, we don't really need to do that. Hopefully audio's still cranking out like it should be. Still only one person watching, which is fine. It's probably just me. I don't really care too much about that. Let's see. Uploading file. Yep, that's how it is. Yes, I vape. I vape, bro. It's weird that I vape. I've never vaped in a video before, but a lot of people just throw negatives in there for people vaping. I'm not a vape lord. I just do it for fun. Fun. Let's see here. Uploading file. It's almost done. Once it's uploaded this one, it does one more, which is usually quick. Not one more. I guess there's a few others that it needs to do, but usually they're really quick in the uploading. So I'm not going to be getting the new HTC Vive. It's just way too much for what it is. All it is a little bit better graphics, and it doesn't have the little rings. I'm not going to be buying it, especially if I have to buy everything separate. There's no point, because you're going to be spending almost $2,000 for everything, which is not cool. Not cool. Not cool, HTC. Not cool. So I will just stick with my $600 or $700 standard HTC Vive headset because it works. Perfect. Now he's uploaded. We're going to go ahead and click on that. We're going to go to Steam. We're going to click on, where is it? We're going to go to VR. Oh, I have Rainbow Six Siege running, so I'm going to close that. Oh, what just happened? Video capture? Nope. Display capture. My display capture disappeared. Fantastic. Okay, well, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do game capture, properties. VR chat's already up. Perfect. And we're going to launch VR chat, not in VR mode. We're going to do it in desktop, non-VR mode. This is just to show off the character and everything. It should be coming up. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. Now we're waiting for it to log in. It's going to show the character, so on and so forth. I don't think there's actually a limit on how many characters you can put in the game. So hopefully it doesn't like try to change it. Oh, yeah, very disorganized polygons. Let's see here. I think it's, yes. Go to avatar. I'm going to click on, oh, loin. I named him Loin. No! I meant to name him Lion, not Loin. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so he's now in. He doesn't look too bad from what happened earlier. Let's do some emotes here. Let's do like clapping. Oh my goodness, my hands don't even get close to each other. I'm gonna wave. Looks like the shoulders look fine. Do a dance. Yeah, looking good. Can't really test it out too much until I actually like go into VR and check it. But yep, there's a lot of stretching there. But other than that, that's how you get your VR character into VR. Fantastic. Let's grab a gun. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If it did help you at all, please leave a like and a comment. I would be very appreciative. Let's go ahead and get on out of VR chat real quick so I can end this live stream / video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you really like the content and the tutorials. Let me know what tutorials you want next, and I will go ahead and try to do so. The part 2 of this video has already been out for quite a while, and it's basically on how to add a gun to your character, so on and so forth. And basically, this is the end of the video. If you subscribe, I'll try to put out more tutorials for VR chat if I can. Also, don't forget to turn on that bell icon so you can hear, or it'll notify you when I am live streaming or posted a new video, so you can go ahead and watch it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, that's freaking amazing. I'm so happy. I will see you guys next time when we play another game. See you later.